Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we have a new episode and as always we start with the preview and after that we have the unboxing. I know that some of you asked for lower price sneakers, more on the budget way, and that's why I'm trying to bring more often this kind of sneakers. I don't enjoy doing this unboxing, so I will do it very fast because of that. Please feel free to pause the video every time you need. I didn't find anything else in the box. In this shot we can see both of them, and as always we start with the left foot because we want to see if both have the same quality. If the cushioning is something important for you, please feel free to pause the video and pay attention to this part. So I have to remind you that this pair of sneakers are at 60 euros here in Spain, and I think they are $60 in United States, but I'm not 100% sure because they don't have it on stock, so I don't know how is the price there. So because of this price I did lower down my expectations just in order to bring a better opinion about these sneakers in general, how they are. So right from the start I will say that these sneakers probably they won't be as versatile as other are. Right from the beginning I should explain for whom I see these sneakers a better choice. So if you are planning to do some running indoors using a treadmill, I think these ones could be one of the best options for that because they are very lightweight and inexpensive at the same time with good cushioning. I will say it's not great, but for the price I can ask for more, to be fair. If you are wondering why I'm saying they are great for indoors and not for every place you want to go, well, you will see it in a moment. They don't have a rubber outsole. I mean, they have just very tiny patches, I could call them, on the front end and on the heel, but like I say, that is very small amount of rubber, so I wouldn't recommend to use them outside, these ones. And I know that many of you are thinking, well, I know they won't last too much, those outsoles, because they are just soft foam. But it's not only that, it's about safety and vulnerability. And that is the most important thing, in my opinion, when you don't have rubber on the outsoles. And to make a little bit better this explanation, I will try to use an analogy. I don't know if many of you remembers that feeling when you are on the stony beach and you are barefoot and you have to step over those stones, or even better, shells. Do you remember how that was? Assuming you do. Now imagine running and feeling as vulnerable as then. Would you still enjoy it running this way? I really need to see some common sense in these people, not just this brand. I mean, all brands that do footwear in general and are cutting off those rubber soles, which really, to me, is really mind-blowing. Since when being lightweight is more important than our safety? There are no excuses for this. Honestly, I really wondering who is responsible for this, who takes these decisions, why is not our safety the most important thing for us? I mean, this foam is obviously much more softer than EVA, for example. And I'm saying these things because I had bad experiences in the past, even recently with More V4, which they do have some rubber soles. I mean, at least 50% I think they have. And even so, I had issues. For those that they are thinking that maybe I'm paranoid, just try to watch my episode 64 at the minute 13:17 and let me know after watching that scene. And I can promise you that with these sneakers, you will see that much more often, being exposed foam. And our safety goes just like that to the garbage. Unless you are planning to use them only for treadmill, probably you should stay away from this model. Just an advice, of course. You can take it or not. It's up to you in the end. Because if you pay attention where I have now my finger, there are only few millimeters in thickness under your footbed. So just think, only few millimeters. And also remember that we don't have rubber skins. In my opinion, I know that many of the viewers, they will think 60 euros, well, it's not too much. But I don't think they should have been even more than 20-25 euros, not having those rubber soles. You can imagine how important are till you will find yourself in that situation when something pocket your outsole and got in your footbed. Then you will understand how much is important to have good outsoles. And it can be a piece of glass, it can be a stick from the park, it can be anything. And once it happens to you, you will understand how important is that. And that crazy guy that keeps saying this in all his videos, maybe he's not that crazy after all. To me, already happened with 1080 version 9, which has, by the way, I think 95% rubber sole. Well, even with 95, I did still manage to get a stick in my footbed. I was lucky and it wasn't that large. I think it was like around 1 centimeter. And the second time happened very recently with more V4. And in that case, again, was a stick and less than 1 centimeter or 10 millimeters to understand better. I really believe that this thing is something very important and we should all say something about it, but unfortunately other big channels, they are not saying anything about these things. They are keep it friendly with the brands and that algorithm to bring them more views on the channel, you know, that friendly algorithm. I cannot be that way, I'm sorry, and I won't be that way. But I hope that the people that are seeing these videos are understanding that I'm trying to do something different here, not going with the lies like everyone else. And because of the safety importance, I think all of us, we should avoid this kind of sneakers with less and less rubber outsoles. And I will explain why. If you keep buying this kind of sneakers, they will just make more of them because they are selling well, they are cheap to make them, and the value for money is nothing because they won't last more than 2 weeks maybe with those foam outsoles, and the value for money goes to the garbage. So think well when you are paying. If it's 30 euros or dollars more, buy that one over this one. Don't be a cheap guy or woman, girl, call it the way you want, because in the end this will be our legacy for our children. If we keep doing this, we will get to some point when we won't be able to find anymore rubber outsoles in sneakers. And I've seen that this trend is changing even for fashion brands. So this thing is happening already. We should stop it, or at least slowing down. Try to do something. Avoid them. Stop leaving 5 stars to every lightweight sneaker. That's a stupid mistake that you can do it all the time. Don't do that. They don't worth 5 stars. Not if they last for 2 weeks and you are in danger at every second with them in your feet. How about your safety? You don't care about your safety. You run because you want to be healthy. How you will be healthy if you pocket your footbeds with I don't know what? Think on that, you know. The funny thing is that on the website they are writing durable rubber outsole. What durable rubber outsole? These 2 small pieces of rubber, this is outsole? This is not. Those are 2 patches. You cannot say you have rubber outsole with those. They should be ashamed, you know, but they aren't. Because of this problem, I think we should do something, you know. Don't wait to have insoles with lugs because you don't have midsole anymore, because they are capable to do these stupid things, you know. So let's just stop them. Hold down. This is a mistake. Don't do this anymore. Here we have the weight test. As you can tell, they are very lightweight. I can imagine why not when they don't have outsoles. Basically, they have only midsoles, but this is what it is. And we should boycott these things, you know. Never more than 2 stars for this kind of sneakers. Never. Even 1, it will be too much for them. That sneaker is a mistake right there. Unless you are planning to use it indoors, that sneakers is a mistake. And even indoors, if it happens to have children and they have toys on the floor, even with toys, you can get pocket in your footbeds with these sneakers. This is how bad they are. I hope you understand that. In the shot we can see the size of these laces. They look rugged, but I don't like the material. It's made with microfibers and they are very easy to pull out from them, so I don't like that material. Here we can see a better look of this upper, the interior of the sneakers, the tongue. I've seen that this upper has 2 layers. It's not too bad, but I wish it was perforated. As you can tell, the midsole is very thin because basically you have half of that you can see outside, so it's something to consider, you know. They won't have great cushioning, it's just okay. The rigidity on them I think is good enough for the price that they have. So here you can see how much of that midsole you have actually inside, because it's half of it, so it's something to keep in mind, you know. It's very thin, and also in that outsole you have a big hole, so they are like just a few millimeters in between your skin and anything that can possibly be under your feet. Here in the shot you can see a bit my arch and also my instep, and when I had them on my feet they felt a bit too tight, so I think you should size up for these sneakers. Half size up will be okay in my opinion. Yeah, also something to keep in mind is that this tongue is not very wide, so for me I wish it was a bit wider for the kind of instep that I have. For the comfort, like I said, I wish they were half size up to be on point with the comfort for my feet, so they are not true to size. Otherwise, the comfort is not too bad, you know, for the price that they have. In the toe box, they feel that they have good amount of space, knowing that they are a bit too small for my feet. Only on the instep I have the issues where they are a bit too tight, you know. So the width on them is regular, I will say. It's not too wide, it's not too narrow. Even in this size, I still have some amount of space in forefoot, but I wish a bigger size, in my opinion, to be perfect for my feet. Yeah, in these sneakers I didn't find any reflective materials. If I should describe this kind of cushioning that they have, is a bit firmer than in others New Balance, but softer than many others Adidas models. In comparison with Nike, those usually they have it softer than these ones also. As you can tell in this shot, we can see it in comparison with Ultrabounce. It is a good difference in between the cushioning from New Balance and Adidas. New Balance having them softer than Adidas, but as a value for money, for me, like I said before, Adidas is a better buy in comparison with this New Balance. Although they are a bit more expensive, I don't care about that as much, as I do prefer to have a better safety under my feet. Quick pros and cons, you already know my opinion. I like them overall, but I wish they were having outsoles. What they are having right now, they aren't outsoles. Those are a bad joke and I don't get it, that joke, sorry. So, do I recommend them? Yes, for those that they are trying to use them indoors for a treadmill, they could be an option. But other than that, I don't recommend them, honestly. I think I will end here this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. I don't mind to answer them. Please don't forget to subscribe because it's very important for me. You can leave a like if you like this video. Take care of you. Have a nice day and see you next time.